Hi there, and welcome back to Blue Ocean English. Today's lesson is lesson 10 in a series about idioms. So let's get started with today's fantastic idioms. And the first one is keep abreast of. So if you keep abreast of something, you always know about the latest news, the developments, what's going on in that world. And this idiom is similar to a couple of others, to keep an eye on or keep track of. It's like to always be in contact with the latest news in a certain area or subject. And if we look at the three examples, the first one, he is keeping abreast of the changes to the law. We can't make a mistake, so we must always follow the news. So it's saying here, he always keeps in contact with the latest changes to the law because it's very important. And the second example, a good way to keep abreast of what is happening in technology is to watch YouTube channels. So YouTube is a great way to keep in contact with all the new things in technology or in any subject. And the last example, listening to BBC World Service Radio is a great way to keep abreast of the latest news. I learn many things about the world. So BBC Radio is very good for news and about different countries in the world, about many different subjects. And if we move on to the next idiom, it's keep an eye on. So if you keep an eye on someone, you make sure you know what they're doing. And this is the same as keep abreast of or keep track of with a person, but you can also keep an eye on a subject, a story, a development, a change, many things. And this is a very, very common phrase. Like we say, for example, if you're watching the children for someone, can you keep an eye on the children for an hour? Like, can you look after them, watch them? So if we look at the three examples, the first one, he's keeping an eye on his friend at the moment. She is having a difficult period in her life. So he's being very careful with his friend. He's making sure she's okay, watching her, just caring for her because she's having a difficult time. And the third idiom for today is a great one, and it's moon on a stick. So if you want the moon on a stick, you want something that is impossible. You want everything and more. So the moon on a stick is an impossible thing. And if you're wondering what a stick is, this is a stick. So it's like having the moon as your personal toy. And if we look at the three examples, the first one, he won the lottery, but he is still not happy. I don't understand. Does he want the moon on a stick? So does he want everything and more? He won the lottery and he's still not happy. And the second example, he asked for an ice cream with chocolate and nuts and fruit. He wanted the moon on a stick. So he just wants everything that he can get. And the third one, she thinks she can have the moon on a stick. She thinks she doesn't need to work for anything. She is wrong. So she thinks that her life will be easy and everything will just be perfect, like a dream life for her. And on to the last idiom, more often than not. So more often than not is if something happens that's more often than not, it happens quite often, but not all the time. So quite common. And if we look at the three examples, in England, even in the summer, more often than not, it rains. So even in the summer, it's quite common in England to have rain. And the second example, more often than not, he will go to the cinema every Wednesday evening. So it's normal, Wednesday evening cinema. And the last example, more often than not, people are kind. This is not always true, but usually. So in general, the most common situation is people are kind. So that's the four idioms for today. Now we're going to go to the Van Gogh Cafe so I can show you how in a real world situation you can practice using these idioms in your life, in your world, learn to create, learn to use these phrases, and then slowly you can begin to learn how to use them when you need them in a meeting or in an exam. Welcome back to the Van Gogh Cafe. Now I'm going to show you with this normal everyday cafe situation how you can use these phrases in your world so you can go outside and practice. So let's get started with the first one. Keep abreast of. So remember, keep abreast of is to understand all the things that are happening. So I could say, for example, the waiter is great for gossip. He knows everything about everyone in the town. He keeps abreast of all the news, all the gossip. Or, for example, I could say, I come here every day in the afternoon or in the evening to read the newspaper, so I keep abreast of all the current news, what's happening in the world. The next idiom was keep an eye on. So if you keep an eye on someone or something, you're watching them carefully. So I could say, that strange man over here, we need to keep an eye on him. I'm not sure what he's doing here. Or if you're trying to order a drink, you could say, keep an eye on the waiter. When he's free, I will get his attention and we can order a drink. The next idiom was moon on a stick. So I could say, when I started copying this Van Gogh, it was like having a moon on a stick, the idea of copying a Van Gogh. It was a crazy idea, an impossible thought. Or I could say, the boy here wearing yellow, he wants to be an astronaut when he grows up. He wants the moon on a stick. Like he wants it to be perfect, his perfect world. Obviously, he's a child. And then the last idiom for today was more often than not. So more often than not is like 70-80% of the time, quite common. So I could say, for example, the horse comes past here every 30 minutes more often than not. Like normally that's what happens. Or I could say, more often than not, 2 or 3 times a week, I come here just to watch the world go by. That's my normal routine. So that's the end of today's idioms lesson. I hope you enjoyed it. And now the idea is you can go outside, go for a walk, go to one of your favorite places and find ways to practice using these phrases so they become part of your vocabulary. Practice in many different situations. And then when you need to use them in a meeting or in an exam, then you'll be able to use them when you want. Thank you for watching and good luck. Here we are, just another typical English summer day. Just before I go, it's just me doing everything here at Blue Ocean English. So if you like what I'm doing and you want to see more, please don't forget to leave a comment. Maybe you have an idea for a video or a nice background picture that you'd like to see, or share this video with a friend. The best way for you to say thank you is to hit the like and subscribe buttons and check out my merchandise, all the nice things you can buy, t-shirts, hats. You can also check out our great books on Amazon. There's 3 phrasal verb books, An Ocean of English phrasal verbs, each book with 200 examples, a lovely picture and 3 clear examples of how we use each phrase. And then 3 books for idioms. They're called An Ocean of English Idioms. Also 3 books with 600 idioms, 200 in each book, all with a picture and 3 clear examples of how we use each idiom. Thank you very much for watching, and wherever you are, try to feel English today.